Hello everybody, and some more WarGame European escalation gameplay. And we have a multi-player match. Our green NATO player, once again, is RoyalHants. And in the red, our pact player, Demogorgin. So let's take a quick look at what our teammates, that's not right, it's 1v1. What our opponents will be picking. So we got 4 FOBs going down. For our opponents, let's see what we got here. Let's get some Flakpanzer, some AMX. This is looking like a pretty typical build for RoyalHants. Lots of anti-air, lots of tanks, lots of vehicles, and using this FV-105 Sultan once again, and the recons. These are all, once again, pretty high quality units. And over here we have a lot of FOBs. Wow. Anti-aircraft missile. Anti-aircraft missiles. Jesus, is all you got is anti-aircraft missiles? Let's hopefully lay down more. So, okay, we got some infantry fighting vehicles. Lots of infantry fighting vehicles. This is kind of like a turtle strategy. Almost. Like he's going to turtle and maybe flank with these vehicles. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else we got coming here. He's pretty much picked. He's got all his very high valued items. And so RoyalHants is probably going to want to win on position play. Okay, and what do we have here? Well, we have a move to Echo. It's got some more anti-air here, some Prestrikers. So this gazelle's me very, very curious as to what's going on. Very slow move, some white strikers in the woods. RoyalHants on the other end is moving very aggressively, very forward. As common play, he has moved his command to the Gulf for a closer reinforcement point, and it's easier to defend. So we have all these mortar carriers moving up and just striking in. There's a decent cluster of forces here, lots of FOBs to hit. So decent targets for all of these 4 mortar carriers. Now you're probably wondering, like, oh, why is he split up like this? Well, it actually ends up being more efficient. When you're trying to reload these guys to supply, splitting up more means they resupply faster. So you have the one anti-aircraft team here, which is just completely negating all this scouting information. Then we got another one right here, negating from this front. I'm very, very curious to see what's going to happen here. So, like, he's playing very defensively, and I guess he's getting screwed by a lot of cheese, because he has a lot of anti-aircraft all around his main base, and then he has a lot of FOBs here, just to hold out. So this is a very, very defensive game. So these mortar carriers are moving in a little bit closer. The closer they get, the more accurate their shots can be. These poor FOBs. Oh. Look at the raw damage. Oh, the chaos. Dangerous. But they're not really taking that much damage, and it's really, really hard to kill an FOB. It's 10,000 hit points, and unfortunately, you're not really going to destroy them with these mortars. But it is leveling these mortars up, so that's good. Red seems to be just turtling, which is, common enough tactic. We have an anti-aircraft missile moving into the woods, so just really denying more scouting information. And he has his own artillery coming in, and his own scout. That's interesting. So, anti-air. Oh, yeah, the AMX has spotted a motor streakle, apparently. Will he fire on woods, though? I don't think so. So, yeah, the artillery firing on the artillery, and ooh, they're stunned. And he is relocating them. Scary. Here's another set of mortar carriers. This is 8 mortar carriers total. And a Ural coming to resupply the anti-aircraft, which has knocked out his scouting information. How much anti-air does this dude have? Not a lot, actually. It's all back here. Very, very far back. So, our Red Pact member, Demogorgin, is very able to actually attack in, or yes, scout with his helicopter. You could even find out that he is very free to get helicopters and attack, because the only anti-air here is this AMX 308, which isn't the best anti-air. So we're 1 mortar down, still pretty full strength here. RoyalHants with this tactic alone has done 220 points worth of damage. It isn't a ton, but it's not to be frowned upon. So we're 2 FOBs down so far. That's what all the damage is. The AMXs are moving in though, very aggressively, trying to hit whatever it can. And the BMPs are sniping. Yeah, Motorstrikel was coming to clean up. The BMPs were all they needed though. So he's moving up this armored recon. This one's a little bit different. It's got a rocket on it, which means it can be also very, very good against tanks. And these guys are moving all out because, well, he's lost position badly. So Demogorgin with his turtle tactic of just turtling up has really, really done very well. He's now ahead by 150 points, and he's just taking things out. So this recon doing some effective damage. Recons are, these ones in particular, are very hard to deal with because they can take out tanks, they can take out infantry, and they're pretty damn invisible. They have really, really good optics. So that's something to consider. The AMX is moving position for a little bit of support. If this guy moves in, the AMX will be able to cover. So there's kind of a lull in the action right now. Looks like our pact member has lost all of his bases. Well, no, he's got one right here, which is moving back to the main, which is... or is it? I'm so confused. He already has the base, so he has a command here. Oh, there it is. So why is he moving the command back? That's just confusing. Weird. Maybe it got relocated from fear, or maybe he's afraid of losing this command because it's worth 200 points. Yeah, in fact, yeah, that's actually the case it is. He's moved his anti-air team back into the turtle position. So the green NATO member still has 2 bases, but well, actually he just pulled up. That little move he just played brought him back in the game. And we have a little anti-aircraft moving in position, trying to take out this recon. Recons are worth quite a bit. They're worth 50, 60 points, so you know, nothing to frown upon. All the FOBs are gone, by the way. And that's once again why this is catching up. We do have the flamethrower vehicle in a really weird position, and a really big push coming in from RoyalHants. Or not. You know, it's just use this opportunity to reposition his recon. Which means he can move his mortar carriers up again, because he knows they're not going to be threatened. You can't lose a command in this game. You lose a command, it's 200 points, and this is a game to 1500, so yeah. You probably moved that recon up a little too much, got a little bit greedy, and got taken out by motorstrikels. But he's got to reposition those motorstrikels because now he's giving away his position. Obviously, he's going to bombard the forests as soon as he spots that. It's just so clear. So BMPs are moving into support. These guys have rockets. They can take some of these out pretty decently. The AMXs are trying to get some clear pinning shots using the woods as cover. He's actually rallying forward an armored personnel carrier here, which is interesting. Meaning he's really looking for a rally kill there. Still tons of anti-air. These units in the back have not been doing anything the entire game. You just might consider using them. He's bringing up some T-62s to try and push this back. The Challenger's moving into position. Once again, can get hit from multiple directions now. We have the AMXs in the woods hitting this variety. And this Challenger is actually not doing much at all right now. If you were to move this Challenger up like right here, you might have a little more efficacy. Challenger did get caught, however, and is being pushed out by artillery fire, looks like. And we have our own set of artillery fire pushing the anti-aircraft guns back, pushing the flamethrowers. The BMPs are getting hard. Demogorgin has pulled back with like a lot of mistakes, and this is one of the faults of the use high-ranked, powerful units. This is a rank 5 unit, and he purchased it this way. Once you lose one of these, you lose a lot of points very quickly. These motor carriers here need fuel desperately, running out very quickly. Only have a few steps left in them, but they're probably not going to go too much further. So the slide ship is actually not in use and can be moved up here. Unfortunately, there's a lot of anti-air here. So we have some Jaegers which are deployed here in a carrier as part of the rally kill. And the rally kill is actually pretty brutal. He's also moving out with the challenge at the same time. We have 3 tanks propelling this, all very high power T-80Us. We're pretty close to the best. They don't have a lot of ammo, obviously. And the T-62s are pretty much just like your money dump. They're not great, they're not bad. So, motorcycle versus Yager. Looks like the Yagers might come on top. It's hard to tell. It's 2v1 currently. But they have overall less troops in their units. Ooh. I'll rank up my motorcycle. The motorcycles may just hold this. It's really hard to tell. Yes, looks like the motorcycles will in fact hold this. The ranks ups have really gone in their favor. The Yagers are shaken. The motorcycles are calm and shaken. So it looks like, yes, this will be repelled. The AMXs, however, are moving up to support, which will tip the balance pretty heavily. Now keep in mind, these T-80s and T-62s can come into support very quickly. There is a Challenger back here, but it is in retreat. There are lots of mortars here which can pound in, but have not been thus far. The charge up on these is quite extensive. You can't just position these and fire them right away. They do have to reel up before they fire. So the Auger has been pulled back to save that, and the AMXs are moving in to clean up this infantry. Is this the best move? I don't think so, because of these infantries have rockets. They have taken out one of the AMXs, which is pretty considerable loss. Really puts Demogorgin back in the game. And are the infantry cleared up? It's hard to tell. I think they are. So the T-80s are moving in. Does he spot it? He does not see this, not at all. RoyalHants does see the T-80s coming in. Here's a little surprise coming from him. The Augers are en route. They're not going to be able to support in this battle. The AMX is coming in to try and deal damage to these T-80s. It's about an even match. Two T-80s versus an AMX. Oh, and the T-62 kind of put in favor. The mortars are pounding that area. Maybe help the support. Massive lead from Demogorgin. He is really killing this turtle strategy. Still, lots of stuff all over the place. These self-propelled artillery is using the MSTAs, which are not quite as good as Smirch is. If he was going for a really super serious strategy, you go for the Smirch, which is an artillery rocket, which does insanely high damage to vehicles and just cripples infantry. Many people are actually complaining about how they're too overpowered. So RoyalHants a little bit of trouble here. He has artillery fire coming in on his own artillery position, and unfortunately they are out of fuel and cannot escape. As well, his supply helicopters are actually not going to be useful because there's too much AA here. The T-80s are pulling back from these woods, going back to a defensive position, and we have some gunship helicopters here. Might not be the best choice considering how much AA the opponent's using, but if he can snipe this command here, that would be pretty huge. That's 200 points. That would bring him back in this game. If he kills 2 commands, he's tied. Like, that's how close this game still is. Our red player only has to get 200 more points, but he's playing very defensively, which means this game is his to lose, not his game to win. Unfortunately, but of course he can win on defense, so it's not saying too much. We're now up to 10 mortar carriers total versus the 4 of our pact player. Green keeping all his bases roughly the same, no real changes here, but we do have the Apaches coming in. This 2-to-1 advantage has come in favor pretty heavily for RoyalHants, who has been picking up some pretty powerful high-ranked units. There is a Ural here which he's captured. You have an option a lot of times. You can either capture these or you can destroy them. If you destroy them you get points, only 15 though. You capture them you can get use out of them. But then you have the off chance that the enemy might kill his old vehicle, and get 15 points himself. So it's always kind of a risk capturing this. Now he's not really using this. I think this is an accidental capture. But I mean, here's the smirches I was talking about. Have not really been used yet. If you're smirching properly, you just smirch into the woods, or smirch across right here. Actually, would be a great place to smirch. Very, very powerful unit. Potentially too powerful, but they have low ammo. They only have 12 shots. So, you have to use them very, very effectively. So we have an armored scout coming in here as well. Here comes the Apaches. The Apaches will actually be pretty much the game start, because they're about 50 to 70 points each. And if he destroys these 4 Apaches, he wins. And also there's a recon here, a very extensive recon coming up. He destroys that. It's also another big win. I'm surprised he hasn't used the smirch yet. He just might not know about it. It has full ammunition. It could be fired into any of these areas and do insanely high amounts of damage. So the Apaches are on play. They're landing. And once a helicopter lands, you can attack them with ground units. So if you pound this area here with artillery, suddenly these Apaches are dead. So that's kind of interesting. Now, with especially helicopters, you can't lose too much attention with them. So the Chinook has found a very small window to come in and resupply this area. But it doesn't look like anything's in range of it. So maybe he's going to have to move those back. Alright, to speed this up. Oh, he's pushing in again. The T-80s have repelled him, and he's non-stop artillery fire here. We got the Mi-6 coming in, recon plane, just checking out what's here. A lot of stuff, as it turns out. The T-80s are actually moving and running away, fearing these 3 Challenger 1s. Apache's still at use. Okay, so the Bradleys come in, and is it going to get destroyed? Nope. It gets away quite safely. We have another BMP infantry fighter coming up, and he's actually bombarding this spot. Once again, he kills this command. That's huge. That is huge. That means he will effectively get 200 points. Maybe more. Probably 250, because that's an improved one. Oh, we have a Motor Striker coming in the woods with a BMP-1. The Ural is running away. He should kill this Ural and get the points for it. That would be my suggestion. It's a very risky maneuver, and it doesn't look like it's going to pay off. It looks like all of this artillery fire is actually just going to kill all these infantry off. Yeah, all the infantry are dead. So this battle's pretty much cleaned up, and we have a scout. Yep, we should have killed that Ural. Killing that Ural would have been a big, big help. But he's only 140 points away. The motorcycles are being pushed away by this M3A5 Bradley, so he's getting even more turtled in. Challenger pushing back after this T-62 scaring him away, and he's lost another tank. And that ends the game. So this is a pretty big victory for Demogorgin. Thank you for watching this awesome game, which shows you turtling sometimes that can win. I love the little icon here, George W. Yeah, if you have any replays, send them in. I'll definitely cast them. And until next time, I will be playing WarGames and losing. See you next time.